am so scared. It might not have even worked. This right here is my 1989 Nissan 300ZX barn find. If you watched the last video, you'll know all about it. We did a bit of a tour. You'll see the condition that it was in before. It kind of looks presentable right now, but the mission of today's video is very simple. We are going to do the major 120K timing belt service. I'm recording this after the job is actually complete, but you're about to watch the highs and the lows of a job that took me about 12 hours and about a week to do. So sit back and enjoy. Let's get started. The very first thing we need to do is get rid of all of this so that we can start actually working on the timing belt, which is in behind here. So let's start pulling things apart. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this or not, but the very first thing we're gonna do is drain the coolant out because we've got to get all the coolant hoses off. So I've got my big bucket here and I don't know how much of a mess this is gonna make, but let's find out. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Now that we've got that going, we can start pulling off the coolant hoses. This is our PTU. This part of the wiring loom has to come off the front of the engine. And then it's time to start taking out the radiator and all of its cooling pipes and hoses. I used all these extensions to make a really long socket to get to some of the really tricky ones down the bottom. Got one more pipe to take off to get this radiator out. It does not want to come out. Can you see the sweat? Oh man. So this is an aftermarket radiator that's in this car, and something that I've found is the more aftermarket parts I find, they're clearly not made to go in and out. And this thing was so hard. As you can see here, like it just would not clear that pipe. And I honestly ripped up my fingers and hands trying to get this thing out until finally I undid enough bolts that I could squeeze it out. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Okay, time to get off the fan, and the fan is held on by 4 10mm nuts. It's time to get rid of our accessory belts. We've got 1, 2, 3 right there. The easiest way to get these ones off is just to cut them off. We're replacing them anyway, so you cut them off. Dang it, I've been waiting for that to happen this whole time. I just dropped my Allen key straight into the coolant. Finally, we got to move on to something that felt a little more satisfying. We took the whole timing belt cover off. It's just a whole heap of Allen bolts, but then it unveils everything there is to do underneath. It is the next day, and a couple of things have happened since the last clip that you guys saw. First of all, I got a haircut, so I look completely different now. Also, I've continued to take parts off the front, and this is where we are at now. We have a couple more things to take off today, and then we've got to start putting things back on again, which is probably a good time to show you. I got some mail today. Shout out to Robert and RGS Performance. This is the timing belt full kit. Everything is in here. I haven't even opened this yet, but I've got 3 of our brand new skinnier belts plus the main timing belt itself. Whole stack of seals and things. I hope I know where these go. I'm not 100% sure. We've got genuine Nissan parts. Oh yep, these springs, we've got 2 of those. I know exactly where they go. Brand new thermostat, a couple of new bearings and tensioners, plus the main, like the big kind of tensioner that I just pulled off. I didn't even know I was replacing this, but this is like the main belt tensioner. And there's a water pump in there, plus a couple of other hoses as well. I'm gonna put this aside for now because we've got to keep getting things off before we can put anything back on again. If you couldn't tell from the time lapse, this nut right here got rounded off and I almost couldn't get this off. Thankfully, the impact driver was able to shake it off, I guess. Otherwise, that would have been really bad news. But we got it, all good. Okay, so not by my choice, but we are done for today because I need a very specific tool that I've never even seen or heard of before, but it's a way to pull out these seals, these 4 seals here. I need a seal remover. So I've ordered one, it'll come tomorrow. It was $30, so it's worth it because if you damage any of these parts, then you've got oil leaking and I'm not interested in that. But this is probably a good time for a cleanup because as I've been pulling it apart, I've just been putting everything on my bench and I think I need to just try and sort everything out, clean it up and get some bench space back. So let's do that. It is a couple of days later and I've got my tool and we're about to go in and use it. But before that, a quick side quest. We are going to paint the timing covers and they just look like this. We're just going to keep it black, but we're going to end up with hopefully a nice, clean, glossy black. So I've given these a clean already, and now I'm going to give them a bit of a prime and some gloss black paint with some clear coat. I just hope it looks really nice under the engine bay. That's it. While it's off, I just thought, why not? Let's just get it looking really good. While we wait for that to dry, I have got this in the mail, and we are going to find out together how this works, because this should be the perfect tool for removing these seals. So we have these 1, 2, 3, 4 seals to remove. Apparently this little piece here basically goes in and hooks under there, and then I don't know. Oh, here we go. It's all about just getting that right grip. Okay, there we go. And you can see in here there's like a metal ring in there. That just goes to show that having the right tool can make a very tricky job and a very important job so much easier. So much easier. This was like less than $30 and it did that job so easily. Now, I'll tell you something crazy. For this job at least, this here is, I think, the furthest apart it's gonna be. I don't think we have to take anything else off. I think we now just start putting the good things back on again, which is really exciting. So I'm just gonna start putting a few things back in as I can, and I am gonna time-lapse it because I just wanna get some stuff done. Shout out Caden Parsons, who has done tutorials on YouTube about how to do this. I couldn't really find a good guide, and he seems to have pretty much all the information in those videos. So I'll link them down below if you wanna actually do this job. But the thought has just occurred to me that I do have to put everything back together now, and I have to put it back together well, or we're gonna have coolant, oil, whatever kind of leaks. So that's why I'm just going to lock in for a bit and just make some progress. If anything interesting happens, I'll keep you in the loop, but otherwise enjoy a bit of a time lapse. This is back on now, which is great. And now we have to, let's see, you probably can't see it, but down here is this is our crankshaft here, and we need to replace this seal as well, the same as the other 4 seals that we did. So I'm hoping it comes out in the same way as the other one did, and then we can replace it. Thankfully, this thing actually came off. This can be super hard to get off apparently, but our one came off really nicely. Thank goodness for that. Oh, let's go. That looks like it's been replaced before. That actually looks pretty good. Okay, nice. It is day 3 or 4, I can't remember. But today, I'm planning on finishing this job. Here's where we're at with it all. So we have taken off, I can't remember what I showed you last time, but all these have come off. All the seals have been replaced. These guys are all back on now. We've got new pulleys here. We've got the tensioner one to go on. We've got the water pump to go back on. It's all coming back together, and today the plan is to get it all back on again. Okay, that was super tough, but I just got all of these lined up into their like 0 position. You can see this mark and this dot, this mark and this dot. These ones here aren't under any tension, but these two here kind of want to snap. So they're kind of very precariously, whatever the word is. If you move them, they'll snap into a different spot because they're under spring tension. So it's kind of scary. Now I've got to actually put the belt on, which is a massive deal because you've got to get it perfect. So give me a sec. Let's just try and get this thing on. Okay, this is really important and I'm struggling to get it right. So I'm actually going to take it off and start again. And I'm actually going to start at the crank now and work around backwards. And then we're going to finish with these two that we started with last time and just hope everything lines up that way. I think that will work better. Starting at the crank was the way to go. It did end up being better because that one was so hard to line up to be last. But the problem with going this way is that you had to finish with the two pulleys that want to rip all your skin off your hands. I'll come back to you when this is on. It will be a sec. I got it. We're on. 1, see, perfect. 2, 3, 4. And I won't be able to see, but maybe you can. Yeah, I think it's fine that these don't line up anymore. I think that the ones on the cover are more of a guide, but I think the important thing is that the belt and the lines on the belt are correct. I'll do some more research before I move on, I promise. But that's a relief to have that done. Okay, so tension is on and you can feel that the belt is well tensioned. There's this little gap here that is correct. So now we have to do a full turnover of the engine and then recheck this basically. And then I think we should be all good at that point. I think the belt's on. So we're going to turn the engine over one whole turn. Apparently this little gap in here should be about 3 to 5 millimeters. So this is a 3 millimeter. It's got to be perfect, right? That's 3. I think that's good. Okay, so water pump is on. You can see it right here. I've got the bottom timing cover on. Now it's just time to do the thermostat. And there's like these two water coolant bypass hose things that come off here. And then I think we'll be putting the belt back on. And that should be hopefully kind of it. So sometimes you find yourself spending a whole lot of time just working on one thing. You might spend hours just trying to clean something up or remove one little piece, but this was so satisfying to see big progress. Our brand new painted timing cover on, the water pump on, the pulleys back on. Oh, it was so satisfying. Okay, it's the next day and it's time I give you a bit of an update because today, if everything goes well, I think the car will be back together. Maybe even ready to start. I don't know. There's a few fluids that need to go back in after we put it all back together. But check this out. This is where we're up to. I can't remember where I stopped you last night because it was just a lot to do. It was very stressful. But look at this. New timing cover back on. We've painted it black. It looks so good. We've cleaned these guys up too. These are our kind of water pipes. Our water pump down here is looking good. We've torqued up our main bolt here. Thank goodness for that. I was so worried about that. And I think it's time for us to put belts back on and fan back on and then all the hoses and radiator and stuff back on. And then we're kind of done. Hopefully we have a good day today. I'm so excited to get this done. I think I'm about 10 hours into this job. But it's a massive job. This is a major service and I'm not a mechanic. So I'm pretty proud of it. I'm so keen to get this thing started again though. And just like praying it actually starts and runs well. All right, we're going to get into it. So I'm up to putting these 3 belts back on, new belts. And I'm finding this part very intimidating. To be honest, I have a diagram on my phone here, which kind of helps. But I guess I'm just going to work from engine forward. So that way nothing has to overlap. And one of them has to attach to the fan, but I don't really want to put the fan back on yet. So hopefully I can just put this pulley on and not put the fan on it just to keep it open here. But yeah, I'm just going to play with this for a while and try and get these belts on. And I guess I'll check in with you once they're on. Fitted 2 of the 3 belts, but turns out, I'll just show you, it'll be easy to explain. So these being aluminium rather than steel, all of these are actually aftermarket pulleys here. They're not standard ones. And because of that, 2 out of the 3 belts fitted. This one actually is the belt that's meant to go here, but it fits well here. And then I need to get a new belt from here to here because the one that I've got is too long. So puts the brakes on the job a little bit. I think I can still put the fan on and start putting a few things back together again, which will be really nice just to kind of keep progress moving. But we're not going to get that last belt on today because it's Easter Monday, everyone's closed, and I don't even know where to get that belt from in the first place. Little pause, but anyway, let's try and get the fan and maybe radiator and stuff back in. We'll see how we go. I want to keep that area fairly clear, but still want to make some progress. So let's do that. All our pipes back on, our shroud, our radiator, everything is back where it needs to be now, except for that one belt. I have to track that belt down. I might see if there's anywhere local that has it. I'm gonna put the battery back in. I need to get some fuel, I need to get some other fluids for this thing, and then we can start it. I've got it. I've got the final belt, and I think I have to put it on from underneath because I've rebuilt the rest of the engine now. So let's just try it. Let's just try it and see how I go. Okay, so the last thing that we need to do before we start this car, yes, I cannot believe I'm saying that, but I want this to be how we finish this video with starting the car, is we need to put fuel in it. It's got fuel in it, but not very much, and so we're gonna get fresh fuel. Whoa, it fell over. And we're gonna dilute the fuel that's in it with some fresh 98. Now, here's the thing. The world has a funny relationship with... You can just stay there. The world has a funny relationship with fuel right now. Depending on when you're watching this, that'll be obvious or not what I'm talking about. But basically, you can't buy jerry cans. There's kind of... Well, you can, but there's not many around, only the expensive ones. And I'm not interested in that. I barely need these things in my life, just this one time I need it. So I'm going to a friend's house. He's got a jerry can for me. We're getting fuel on the way back. We're gonna have to do 2 trips, but I am gonna put 40 liters of 98 in this thing. It's gonna be so good. And then we're gonna try and start it. And I am so scared. I'm so scared. I'll talk to you about that in a little bit. That's the gist of it. So let's go and get this jerry can. All right, got the jerry can. I look like a hoarder, and it's time to go to the petrol station on the way home to get some fuel to put in the car. I'm gonna do a couple of trips, but I'm just gonna show you the one. You know what it looks like. We're putting fuel in a jerry can. All right, I'll see you back in the shed. So the fuel's in. Put coolant back in it. It's time to start the engine, but I need to talk to you first because this part is genuinely so scary. We pulled so many things off that engine, changed so many of them, put them all back together, and then you just have to turn the key and just hope everything worked. Now, this is a good time to remind you, I am not a mechanic. I watched a lot of YouTube videos and read a lot of forums to understand how to do that, and it might not have even worked. Genuinely, so scary. But at some point, we have to start the car. So let's do it and finish off this video with a car that runs better than ever. Okay, I've got Ree here on the camera. It's time. It's time to start it. I'm so scared. Let's do it. Ree's gonna go to the engine so you can see what happens there. Okay. We hate this part. Fuel prime. Ready? Go again.
Oh, baby.
Idling. Oh. Oh, this is really good. It's idling. It's never idled this good before, ever. I didn't do anything. I used to have to put the foot on the throttle a little bit. That's good, isn't it?
Sounds really good.
Okay, I want to check if the alternator's working. Give me a quick second. Yep, good. I think it's good. I think it's good. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this, click the subscribe button. This has been a very scary time, but it runs. It runs. Now we get to just do some more fun stuff. Should I give it a little something, something? Good. It's good. All right. See ya.